Hola, están viendo WeHo Sport.
You are watching WeHo Sports.
I am watching WeHo Sports.
Mr. Hongo Trotter 2014. WeHo Sports. WeHo Sports.
Good evening and welcome to WeHo Sports. My name is Raul Alonso and I'm your host. Today we have a very exciting show for you. I have, once again, our three co-hosts are in here, but we're going to be talking about some basketball, a little bit of football, maybe a little bit of some college ball. And then we're going to be talking about some important issues that Miss Axel is going to touch on, and she has a surprise for you. You're really going to learn something today. So let's get right to it, and let's have our co-host say hi. Hi, Mr. Bert Champagne.
How are you, Raul? How are you? Tonight I'm going to talk about the Clippers.
Oh, that's right.
And, of course, what we did. We were all out doing the wonderful LA Marathon, the
right.
A6 Marathons. We're going to talk about that. So.
That's fantastic.
Yes, we
well, welcome. Mr. George, welcome.
Thank you. Always wonderful to be here. I actually have an update for you guys right now. It is the midst of the Pac-12 tournament. We are in day 2 of the Pac-12 tournament.
That's
Yesterday
right.
we saw some very, very close games. Stanford muscled its way through. Wazoo had a very, very stubborn Trojan squad to deal with. And right now what's going on is the first half has just ended. UCLA is leading Oregon 37-35.
Wow.
One basket.
Could it get closer than that?
I hope
But
not.
We'll come back in touch with you, and you're going to tell us everything that's going on in the bracket and who we expect to win. Hello, Señorita Axel. How are you?
I'm tired. I'm very good. I'm going to be talking about the recent, lawsuit settlement with the Kilgore softball team in Texas. It's very interesting.
I read all about it, and it's a hot topic. So let me just start, and I'm going to start first by giving a shout out to our friends on the Gay West Hollywood website.
Yes.
There is a fantastic website. They have all kinds of information, including, they have the list for all 300 gay teams that play out of LA, 30 gay social groups, and 2 gay sports bars in WeHo. The website is called gaywesthollywood.com. They have some great information, special offers, and all kinds of things. Go check it out. They're our friends. They tweeted us back in our new Twitter, which
Our
is
Twitter. We have a Twitter at WeHo Sports. You can tweet us at WeHo Sports. But what else they can do? We also have a website.
Yeah.
And our website is, email us at WeHoSportsShow@gmail.com. So it's WeHoSportsShow@gmail.com.
Fantastic. I mean,
And their website again, Raul, is what?
our website.
Their website.
Oh, their website is gaywesthollywood.com.
GayWestHollywood.com.
It's important to reach out to them and learn about everything. We can't cover everything in 30 minutes,
No.
But there's other people that are doing other things behind, and we all should work together and learn from each other.
Exactly.
So now that we got through that, let's go right into Axel. And Axel, tell us everything about that UC story, because we've been talking about gay issues all along, and then boom, this happened.
Oh yes, yes. So about 5 years ago, this Kilgore softball player, well, she's a woman because a lot of softball is women league, and in Texas, and she got outed by 2 of the softball coaches at the high school that she went to her mother. Apparently, you know, she was dating this older woman at the time, even though at the time she was also denying that she was dating this. And before that, she got, I guess, caught telling, you know, one of her friends were like, you know, talking about it, because apparently there was like a rumor that one of the not college, but one of the high school softball coaches was actually a lesbian. And so after they found out about that, they confronted her in the locker room and was asking her whether or not she was a lesbian. She's like, no. And then, you know, they eventually called her mother and told her about everything and stuff like that. And now it's 5 years later from that, and now it's reaching a settlement, right? And instead of having an actual lawsuit and it going to court, and so the entire school is actually having to make all the coaches
Get educated?
Yeah. They have to go through like this special program that talks about like, you know, gender identity and sexual orientation in sports and like, you know, policies and stuff like that. But like reading through the comments, it's kind of interesting, you know, what everyone was saying, because one person was trying to say that the reason why that they went with the settlement was because they wouldn't be able to prove that they didn't do this, and that they would still have to pay. Plus, afterwards, it allows them so they can get away with this one time, but after that, then the teachers are responsible, the coaches are responsible if they actually out a queer LGBT student to family, because that's actually can be very dangerous in some situations.
Absolutely. And I was going to throw that question to all of you guys. I know that's totally wrong, and that's against everything that we have believed, because, you know, 3 of us are gay on this panel. The other one is gay for pay. No, that's not true.
Not true. Who would pay him? Come on now. But that's a great point that you're going to bring up, because, Raul, we never out anybody. We've never said Tom Cruise, allegedly you're gay, or John Travolta, allegedly you're gay, because that's not up to us. But to out a kid to whether it's classmates, because, you know, that's like goes right there with bullying.
Right.
That 5 years ago, they thought that was outing somebody. Nowadays, that's bullying. That is bullying somebody, because once again, you're spreading falsehoods or real hoods. It doesn't matter whether it's true or false. It's none of your business. What I do in my bedroom and who I see is none of anybody else's business, unless I want to make it my business, and they made it their business to tell.
My question is that I haven't heard a lot of people talk about it, except us, because we're that good. But, you know, my question is, they outed her like that. I would have preferred it to go to court, because it would have been more media coverage, it would have been more people talking about this issue, and now they're just painting it off and pushing it to the side and say that's it. What do you think?
I mean, I can see why they don't want to have settlement, even for the girl, because, you know, she is living in Texas, and that's in the southern half of the United States, and so
it's almost the Bible Belt.
Oh yeah, and it's like, you know, it's kind of risky, you know, for her to be out in Texas, especially because it wasn't in Austin, Texas. It was in a more conservative part of Texas. So she may not want to, like, have everyone know about it, sort of thing, and have, like, that follow her throughout the entire life, because once you come out, you can't go back into the closet.
And probably because she doesn't want people to say, oh, that's that girl. Oh, that's that girl. Do they know who she is? I mean, do people has the media followed her and said, this is the person, so she's always going to have that?
Well, obviously now.
Right, now, of course. But as far as the settlement goes, I hope there's some cha-ching going along with it, along with, of course, education, because we all believe education is the biggest form of knowledge. I mean, you're in school.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you are.
And you were going to say yours?
No, I was just agreeing.
Okay.
Knowing is half the battle.
It's true. That was a fantastic report. I like that. Well, people out there get a little bit more educated about what's going on in our community, and now let's talk about something with it this Sunday. All
I
three of
love
us.
it.
Unfortunately, you weren't there,
Yeah.
and we had so much fun at the LA Marathon.
We did.
You know, if our director, we have a beautiful video that you know.
Good
that
morning
little
and
mon-
welcome
little
to
montage.
WeHo
You see,
Sports.
we
We're
at
out here at mile 15
That's
in West
Mr.
Hollywood.
George and I, we went in and we were doing an opening, and then George,
Yes, I got the interview.
George got a gang of interviews, including who did you interview, George?
The WeHo cheerleaders. I got to interview them.
And who else?
I got to interview the fire captain, the West Hollywood fire captain.
Yeah.
Well, the fire captain's good. Do you know
And
what?
you got great action over there. I saw some guy kneeling down in front of you.
I didn't even want to
kissing
talk
your
about it.
feet and all of that
Yes,
stuff.
you know, again, the Pope came out, of course,
Uh-huh.
You know what was amazing about that was all of the people were high-fiving. As you know, we were getting high-fived. We were flirting with the cheerleaders. I mean, I had a lady that come up to me, and she looked like hell, just being honest. And I said, "Are you okay?" And she's like, "Oh, I got cramps really bad." I said, "You want a banana? You thought I offered her the Pope ring." No, I never give away jewelry. But she was amazing. You also, didn't you interview
Yeah, I got to interview
John Heilman?
Yeah, well, he's city councilman right
Right,
now, but
right.
they rotate. So
Right.
so
you
the
got
mayor
a
of
little
West
bit
Hollywood.
confused, but you know it's understandable.
Yeah.
You're just coming and getting your feet wet with our gay community
Yes,
and
uh-huh.
stuff. So you know it's all valid. The thing is that we had great interviews. Now we're seeing this is that
The elite women?
The elite women came first, and George, of course, is in the middle of the row because security was very, very tight. Either though you don't see them there,
Oh, yeah.
you know they had us on check.
Right.
Last year we were able to be right next to the runners and run with the camera
Right.
and interview them as they pass by. This year we were unable to do that, and it was pretty sad, you know. But we had a whole bunch of people that volunteer, and this is the view that I love having from San Vicente when they're
Yeah.
coming down
And turning that corner.
And turning
Yeah.
that corner.
We even saw Elvis.
And we saw
We saw-
Elvis. Who
yes.
else did we saw?
Superman was out there. Spider-Man was out
Birthday
there.
boy right
yeah,
there.
The
Oh,
birthday
there's
boy.
Pope right there.
There's
Yeah,
the Pope.
there's Pope Pius
you know,
XI.
there's
Out there blessing the runners
Blessing the
and getting
runners.
hugged by people. See that? That- that-
How's your arm doing, Bert, by the way?
You know, my arm is better, but man, you know what? The other one started hurting, and I don't know why. Maybe it was because I was standing there with the staff the whole time. But the hay that you guys see down on the bottom of your screen, that was for when the wheelchair people came around because they flew, and that was just in case there was a mishap of them coming down that hill. And I'm happy to say nobody ran into the hay,
Yeah.
and there was no roll in the hay either.
Yeah, but that way, George and I we had to do an intro from there, and it looked kind of funny because we had to kind of had our legs spread out.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
hey, control.
Hey.
And I got
Well,
her.
it was a
and I
wide
got her.
divider, you know, I have a wide stance.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
yeah, we had to have some wide stance to be able to catch some of this great footage.
Yeah,
You know,
you did. You
it
guys
was-
were out there.
It was a fantastic day. You know, mile 15, people
Are hitting
you know,
the wall.
I got tired just looking at them running by.
There's a
Look,
Pope.
yeah,
There's the Pope,
some of the
look,
walkers.
see, and there's everybody high-fiving you.
Yeah.
We had to show all of this because they really love your character out there.
They do. And you know what? It's people that have done it in the past. They're like, hey, you're back. Selfies. There's the
Yeah,
cheerleaders.
there's the
Yes,
cheerleaders.
The West Hollywood cheerleaders are probably the most what would you call it? The most generous people in the world. I mean, come on. They got up early. They put on all that drag. They came out and they were cheering till the bitter end. I know a couple of my friends are cheerleaders, Helen back. But they walked down. There they are. Look at that.
And
And they gave me an interview.
And yours had a great interview. Sorry about that trash
It's
can right
okay,
next
it's
to
okay.
it. But, you know, it was in the fly, and we had to do it. And it was a fantastic interview. They even gave us a shout-out.
Good.
They
we love
they
the
actually
cheerleaders.
say, you know, they say, we're watching WeHo Sports. So, see right there? They're
Yep.
giving us a shout-out. So, it was a fantastic event.
It was great.
Oh, there's the mayor.
One of the mayors.
One of the mayors. Yes,
One of
remember,
the
they
many mayors
rotate.
of West Hollywood.
And you know what's
they
great about
rotate.
that picture, George, of you and Councilmember John Heilman, is
suit?
that you have the rainbow in the back, the rainbow walkway right here in West
Don't
Hollywood.
tell me I don't know how to compose shots, okay? 'Cause
That was
I
a good
saw-
shot, Raul.
I saw that all the way. I'm like, oh, this is being a great interview.
there we are, the three of us,
and
the
then
three
the
amigos.
Three Stooges come now.
I
There
love
we are.
that suit, by the way.
What, the bathrobe that I'm wearing?
Well, yeah.
Oh,
But,
look, my
you
my
know,
red
but
stuff's off.
it got hot, and you were in that thing for about 6 hours.
Yes,
Bert,
it was.
that's amazing. That takes a commitment.
I
you
was
know?
there an hour and a half after you guys left. after you guys finally left, because we had a couple of runners, Lori, who was one of the runners, was just coming back, and she was dead tired, so we kept her going.
And we were going to go, and we actually left to go see the exposition that they have at LACMA for soccer team, and we couldn't get in.
Yeah,
so we're going to get in as media because they wouldn't allow us to bring the cameras in.
Without first permission?
We had to have an escort and stuff like that. So we told them we'd rather not spend our money right now until we get the footage right. So
and also,
we do that for you guys, our viewers.
That's right. And you know what they should do? They should let you in so that you can bring attention to it.
You know, that's what it is. But moving right along, let's talk with George.
That's
you
right.
have a lot of great information. Basketball is on, hot, and ready.
We are, and a couple of the tournaments are actually, and I got a number of tournaments that are actually done. These are the individual conference tournaments. You see, what it is that the ACC, the Pac-12, the Big 12, the Big 10, they all have their tournaments, and a couple of them are going on, but a couple of them have finished. So we'll get to see those teams that have won actually get a seed in the big dance, the big NCAA tournament. So hopefully we'll see a lot of these teams out there. Let's see, a winner right here is Delaware. They beat Will and Mary, so they're going to the dance.
But they're such a small state.
I know. But
they hardly ever been in this thing, so now for them it's like Cinderella stuff. Yeah,
is that one of your favorites?
Well, one of my favorites is actually, where is it? Well, UCLA, of course.
Well, yes, of course.
And the West Coast, Gonzaga is going to the dance. They beat BYU. Summit, North Dakota State, they're going. Southern Wilford, they beat West Carolina, and the Americans are going. They beat out Boston.
Damn.
In the Northeast, Mount St. Mary's beat Robert Morris, so they're going.
Have you seen the center that Mount St. Mary's has?
Oh, yes, I have.
He's the tallest player in the whole college thing. They had it.
Everybody looks up to him.
Yeah, they really didn't do. He can literally just hold on to the basket like this.
Like Stretch from the
Globetrotters.
Yeah, our friends at Globetrotters.
And in the Missouri Valley, Wichita State beat Indiana. So that's happening.
That was a shocker, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, it's close. It was a stubborn. I watched a little bit of it. It was a stubborn battle. Now, as for the Pac-12. We were supposed to have a graphic on this, but
yeah, my bad.
It's okay. Well, here's my graphic. Here's what I did. I did this Monday morning before we went to before the whole thing started, and I got to tell you, so far I am 100% accurate on this.
Maybe.
Mr. Director, if you would show my bracket. This is the pre-bracket here. There we go.
Oh, there it is.
See,
nice.
See, as you can see, it is 100% accurate. The games that have not played yet, ASU, and I made a mistake earlier. Wazoo played Stanford. They beat Stanford. And Colorado had to beat SC. Now, that was a stubborn game. SC would not go away. All these teams would just not go away. It wasn't until like the closing 3 minutes of all these games that they were actually to pull away. Like Oregon State was actually on top of Oregon at one point, and so was SC. SC was on Colorado, ahead in Oregon, ahead in Colorado. You know. So, by the way, in case you didn't notice, do you know who the head coach of Oregon State is? Come on, Axel. We're supposed to do this together. Who's the head coach of Oregon State? How about you? How about you, Bert?
I have no idea. Oregon State.
Why don't you just tell us?
All right, it's Craig Robinson, which happens to be Michelle Obama's brother.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's different. Now you should have told me who's Michelle Obama's brother.
You just didn't know how to answer that question, right?
But you know what? Did you see that Warren Buffett's thing where he was going to give $500 million to somebody that gets all of them right? Did you see that?
No. Hey, I haven't seen that, but I
have never heard anyone able to do that.
That's why he did it. He did $500 million, $500 million.
My dad, he can do it.
Well,
every single one has to be correct.
Oh, my dad can do it. My dad can definitely do it. Coming up.
Yes, he can. Oh.
Yeah, we don't have, but yes, the Big West tournament. That's already started. That started today. UCSB and Cal Poly. Cal Poly beat UCSB, and Long Beach State beat Fullerton. You know, UC Irvine is supposed to play right now. They're playing right now, and Hawaii and CSU Northridge are going to play later.
Ooh, I wonder if Hawaii's going to win.
So let's be honest and brutal. You know, we're in the West Coast over here. Who is going to win from over here? Nobody right now, because UCLA and USC are not giving me the
Well,
eye
Boston isn't
of
giving
the
us anything
Tigers.
either.
Yeah, so
But and another thing coming. Remember, this Sunday,
Sunday,
yeah.
Sunday.
March 16th.
Sunday.
16th is Selection Sunday. That's when we'll find out who goes to the big dance and who's seated, and who will go to the toilet bowl in the NIT. Who gets the NIT Invitational?
Who gets flushed?
So, don't forget, stay here for next week's. We're going to bring you all the updates, and George is going to have some really juicy stories like we
yeah.
always do.
Remember.
But moving right along into basketball,
Oh.
hello, we went to this game. It's
Yes,
a
we
beautiful
did.
game,
It
and
was
we
a
were in
lovely
the
game.
skybox.
Clipper
right
Nation.
here. We got lucky. We were in the skybox, and we have some beautiful pictures that we're going to show you next week because, unfortunately, I was too busy and I couldn't put them all together. So
We'll still be
that's
here.
true, but at least I brought the magazine.
Let's talk
because,
about the game a little bit, though.
The game was fantastic.
Right up to the bitter end.
They made me sweat. I hate that.
Especially when you're in a skybox.
The only thing that I hate also, the other thing that I hate also, is that they're not Showtime yet. They can't take our Lakers. I know I love you Clippers, but
oh, come
they
on.
can't take our Lakers spot yet.
One of the
They're
best things is the dunking was amazing.
Well, yeah.
When he flipped that ball around his back and
Which player?
Mr. Griffin.
There we go.
Well, you should know who else.
But I do have to say, remember number 26 on the other team? I don't remember his name, but he was cute.
No, he was like.
Yeah. No, he was like, ouch.
Yeah,
but just so you know, anytime that the Clippers play and they score in the last minute or minute and a half of the third quarter, or whatever it is, the last 30 seconds or something, you can win a hamburger from Burger King.
Right.
Well, that happened. And then if the Clippers score over 100 points,
you get tacos.
And no, if they score over 100 points and win, you
right.
get a sausage and biscuit sandwich from Carl's Jr.
Carl's Jr.
There
Right.
we go.
So we got all that. Let's just say that. And then the box was wonderful. Thank you to
Free food.
Thank you. We were in the Avery Dennison box. It was absolutely amazing. The
It was
dessert,
fantastic.
Raul ate a big giant ice cream, and I'm not going to
my
say
God.
anything about it. But
I lost my figure, as you can see. But it
Well,
was good, though. It was worth
you have
it.
a lovely pear figure.
Oh, thank you.
But just we're going to have more on that. We're going to get some pictures from the.
Yeah, because
from
you
my-
have them all on your iPod.
I have them all on I brought my iPad in. I didn't think they were going to let us do it, but I brought my iPad in and I'm taking pictures. And we had some great friends up in the box. And just a reminder that if you want to email us and want to send us to any of your sporting events with Skybox tickets or
Right.
anything like that, Lakers, Clippers, Kings,
UCLA.
Galaxy,
Dodgers.
Chivas USA. They
Oh,
will not be here
Angels.
next year, but yeah.
That
you
reminds
can
me,
email
guys.
us. You can email us at WeHoSportsShow@gmail.com.
Wait.
Where?
WeHoSportsShow, it's on the camera, @gmail.com.
Nice.
And we have operators standing by to take your emails.
That's right.
Hey, that reminds
We
me. by
have
the way.
Jamie has done a fantastic job. I'm
Well,
sorry,
yes, Jamie.
for that Twitter and everything.
Twitter.
She has just been fantastic. Getting all our pictures up and everything. Thank
At
you very
WeHo
much,
Sports.
Senorita. Much
At
love.
WeHo Sports
and
is
you
our
can
Twitter
send
handle.
her an email, whatever. Do that, please.
And if you have a subject you want us to cover,
Right.
We'll cover it.
George, what do you wanted to say
Oh,
before
yeah,
we move right along?
I
to-
forgot to tell you. After the show tonight, speaking of the Kings are actually playing the Maple Leafs tonight at 7:30 after the show.
the Canadian
That's-
Maple Leafs?
Canadian Maple Leafs.
So let's move right along to. We have another clip, and this is, I call it the WeHo world.
The WeHo world?
Yeah, which means a sports around the world. So
Okay.
we're gonna talk about Jason, of course.
Right.
The Brooklyn Nets signed him. Finally, they had signed him to a 10-day contracts, and finally they realized that they're gonna make more money just to sign him the rest of the season, and he's doing great. They're 8-3 since he came in to the league, so he's doing whatever they brought him to do, and that is fantastic. Of course, a lot of this money is going for a great cause for Shepard's organization.
Right.
And
Matthew Shepard.
Yeah, and it's fantastic that he got
And his
fired,
jersey selling.
and that nobody is talking about him anymore. So then after that we have in that same video Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant had just announced, I know it's sad for all my Laker fans out there that he will not play the rest of the season, which I think is a wonderful thing because we already paid him over $20 million. So what the hell? Just let him sit out, get ready for next year, and then when he comes back next year, because he already called the coaches and told them, look, you better give me some good players because I want to win another championship. If not, I will get hurt again and won't play. So I don't know. So I think the pressure is on right now. You know, they don't have a good team. I hope they lose the rest of the games so they can get the first pick. And then we also have Mr. Jonathan Martin. Jonathan Martin, as you know, he was the big scandal with the Miami Dolphins.
Yes.
And the bullying that was going on with him.
Yes.
And he literally left the team.
Yes.
And I don't know how much money the team now is going to give him because, you know, the report came out and they had to fire a whole bunch of teams. Well, he got released and he's coming to play with San Francisco, which is great for him because he's out of Stanford. He played with a coach from San Francisco before. Everybody knows them there. And
we wish him well from WeHo Sports.
And then we have Axel Pistorius from the South Africa double amputee. He's on trial right now for killing his girlfriend, as you remember. And they set up a 24-hour channel to see everything that's going on the trial, including see pictures of him crying, supposedly throwing up and all of this other stuff.
It's like the OJ trial.
They have been some really damaging already controversies coming
people
and stuff.
coming
You know, how could he shout at her like that? And neighbors saying that they heard her screaming for help, and you know the way the bullets are in the door and all of that stuff is just. They have a lot of damage. You think they're going to probably prove him guilty. So I wanted to tell everybody thank you for joining us today. You can follow us once again at Twitter at WeHo Sports. You can also catch us on Facebook and watch the show on YouTube channel WeHo Sports. And don't forget, if you have any sport league or events that you want us to publicize or want to get in touch with us, you can always do it at WeHoSportsShow@gmail.com. You know, we are so accessible now. There's no need for all of these other people just to holler. Holler.
Give us a ring. Tell us.
What do you think?
Let your fingers do the walking.
Yeah, they should holler at us so we can like talk about other topics that they want us to talk about.
Yeah, because you know we got a fantastic crew here.
I got an update for you right now. UCLA is pulled ahead of Oregon, 55-39.
Wow,
you know, the Bruins in Honors League has been a second half team the whole year anyway. You know,
they bring it up
we'll
in the rear.
see you next week. Don't forget, write us or tweet us at Twitter at WeHo Sports or write us at WeHo Sports Show gmail.com. Hasta la vista, baby.